Hello, guys, it's me, Trinity. I thought I would um, give you a late night message to think about as you sleep. Or maybe not as you sleep, maybe just to chew on as you're going to sleep. And it is this: all things, both good and bad, are for those who love God and are called according to his purposes. Romans 8:28, not 18:28. Are you crazy? 8:28. Romans 8:28. One of my favorite scriptures in the entire Bible. I've had to live by it my whole life. Um, because of my disability, and I've had um, many things come up against me. I've had many mountains moved in my life through God and through situations that I've been in, but I've always came out on top. And I thank God for that every single time. I love Him for it. I serve Him because of that. Actually, I serve Him just because of who He is and what He is and how He is. I don't serve Him just to get things from Him. Although there are a lot of people that do that, I'm not one of those people that do that. I mean, let's be honest. Um, God has made me mad over over my lifetime, but I just take that as, you know, turn a negative into a positive. That's what I always try to do with um, every problem that has come my way, and I've always um, had a seed wrapped up with great expectation, and that even though bad things happen to me, but that I'm also ready for good things to happen to me too. Um, I am not one of those people that just gives up and says, okay, I'm ready to lay down and die. No, that's not me. That is not my intention for my life. I live with purpose. I live with intention, and I live with God inside of me every single day of my life, and I will do that until I draw my last breath and He takes me up to heaven. One thing I do want to teach you guys is just that it takes the love of God, and it takes the fear of God to keep us on the road to life. Now, I know of an evangelist named John Bevere that said back in the 60s and 70s, or at least back in the 50s and 60s, it was a very legalistic church. You couldn't wear certain things, or people would look at you funny, or, you know, wear your hair a certain way, or, for me, when I was 22 and young and spry and everything else, uh, I had a I've had plenty of experiences where I've had people. I mean, I used to wear Metallica shirts to church, and the Sad But True shirt with the two skulls and the eyeball on the back. I wish I still had those shirts. My gosh, I think they would be worth some money someday. But unfortunately, I don't have them anymore. I mean, I still have rock and roll shirts. Like I have Ozzy's No More Tears shirt. In my opinion, that is his best album. No More Tears. I can't believe it came out. Oh, jeez. Back in 1991, and it is now 2024. I can't believe it came out that long ago. But it is one of his best albums. I have a feeling. But people have their favorite albums of Ozzy, and that's just one of mine. But back to teaching. Just remember, when you first become a Christian, you can't expect your life to be roses and cherries and all that kind of stuff. That is not realistic. It's fine to be optimistic, but do not have the pie in the sky attitude. Keep your chin up. I'm not saying don't keep your chin up either. But there's a balance. And if you go too far to one extreme, you will receive very tragic results. There are people out here in this world that are extremely religious, that look at God as some kind of monster that is just here, with a mallet, bopping you on the head all the time. No, that's not how God works. At least that's not what He taught me in His Word. And I expect that you guys are learning a lot from me, or from God through me. I'm sorry about that. Not from me personally, but from God through me. And I hope, I really, 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 really hope that you apply it to your life. And I really, really hope that once you apply it, that things start turning around for you guys. That is my prayer for you. Actually, my prayer for you guys is my same prayer for myself that I say every night. To know Him intimately. Because that's basically what He wants. He wants to inhabit us. He wants to, talk to us. He wants to be in the heat of the day with us. Just like He was with Adam and Enoch. in Genesis. And Moses and David and all the Bible uh, patriarchs of the times. David, Moses, Abraham. Ruth. All those. When I look at strong people, I, just, read about those people, and they blow my mind. I look at the people in the New Testament, like Peter and Paul, and I just think, my gosh, look at what they've gone through. I mean, let's just be honest. Uh, in the book of Acts, in chapter 9, God had to blind Paul in order for him to, and keep him blind for 3 days in order for him to actually see him. And I don't mean see him like physically see him, I mean spiritually see him, so that he can understand what God's purpose was for him. To be I suppose you can call him a missionary for back in those days. But excuse me, I'm rambling here, but I just think it's really important that that you guys know this stuff. And I really, 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 really hope that you take God's teachings through me and apply them to your own hearts and lives and situations, so that you can spiritually grow. Thereby, you have a closer relationship with Jesus. That is my wish. That is my hope. That is my purpose for you. That is God's purpose for us. For Him to dwell. For Him to dwell in us. Dwell among us. He shall be our God, and we shall be His people, as it says in Romans, or not Romans, but 2 Corinthians 6:16. But yeah, good night, guys, and I will speak to you later. And I'm sorry it's so dark, and you probably can't see me very, very well, but I just think it's very it's very important to think about these things. And even though you can't see me, I think hearing me is more important than anything else. Because I truly believe that God is literally speaking through my lips right now. And I'm not trying to show off to you people, just to reassure you. I am just being totally honest and upfront, or trying to be totally honest and upfront. So, I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. And good night.